Welcome back to another episode of Love and Gratitude. Warm welcome and good news. Today I hit 90 subscribers on YouTube, as you can see here, and I'm so excited. I'm super excited, and this is good news for me because maybe it's a small number for you, but for me it means so much because, okay, so yesterday I had 88 subscribers and today I have now 90, and I gained 2 more subscribers, and this is something special for me because even if it's just 2 new people, imagine, you have to see it from my point of view, like imagine there are now 2 more people who would like to listen to what I'm saying and who actually want to watch my videos and listen to my podcast, and this is so beautiful, and I'm so happy and I'm so excited and so grateful, forever grateful. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. I'm Ruki. My whole name is Rukia, but you can call me Ruki. Everyone calls me Ruki. Even though I heard that short names are not so good, but I don't really care because I really like my name and I love all of my short names. I have so many nicknames though, yeah. So welcome again. I'm very happy, and today in today's episode we're gonna talk about biohacking routines because I've been thinking about doing this for so many weeks now, and today's the day. You know why? Because 2 days ago I had it was crazy. I had for the first time in my life, I had a water overdoses. Can you believe? I've never heard something like this before, but actually, here I am. I had that. So it was like this. Okay, let me tell you from the beginning. So in the evening, 2 days ago in the evening, I felt like something was off, something was weird, and my stomach was like, I had stomach issues, and it was feeling so weird, I just can't explain the feeling, but I knew. Okay, in the back of my head, I knew because my mom told me, but I didn't believe her, I didn't take her serious. Yeah, it was a mistake because moms are always right, but I didn't believe her because I was like, it's not possible, But now look, so I had these problems and it was hurting, I had this stomach ache and it was really weird and stuff like this. So yeah. Okay, so then I noticed that there was like too much water in my stomach, but because I was not really able to eat in that week or in the last 2 weeks because I was so busy and I was outside and I was like at school or here at work and here and there, and I was just I was stressed, but it was positive stress. But because of the stress, I was not really able to eat something properly because I had no time. I only had food like once a day or something. Some days I didn't even have food. But so that's why I drank more water, and I literally drink so much water, okay? So I drink 2 or 3 liters a day, but I also drink tea. So usually I drink around 4 or 5 cups of tea each day. So imagine, it's like so much water, okay? And so then I was drinking too much water, and then I noticed that something was feeling weird, and my mom said, Ruki, your stomach slipped, to the left. I noticed because my mom came and then she was massaging my stomach. And she said, Ruki, your stomach slipped to the left. And it can sound weird, but it's true. The stomach was really on the left side. It was not here, but it was on the left side and it was down there. And so it changed the position, because of the weight of the water, and which is very unhealthy because when you drink too much water, something like this can happen, especially when you drink so much water on an empty stomach, because my stomach was empty all the time. I had no food, but I had too much water, and my stomach couldn't handle that anymore. So that's why it slipped, to the left down there. And now luckily I feel better because my mom, she helped me, like she was massaging my stomach with oils, like essential oils, and she was like helping me. And did you know that your underarm here, this side is connected to your stomach. So when she noticed that it slipped to the left, and this is my left arm, she said, Ruki, you have to massage this spot here. And I was so shocked because actually she pushed here and it was hurting so bad. Now it's not hurting anymore, but because my stomach is now okay. But when my stomach was weird, like when it was slipped to the left on the left side, it was hurting so bad here, and she even massaged it here. Now it's feeling so much better. But our body is so connected with it. Like each part of our bodies is so connected with each other, and I didn't even know. I mean, I know about reflexology, but I didn't know that, for example, your arm is connected to your stomach. I mean, what is that? This is so crazy. I mean, of course, you have like reflexology points on your spots on your hands, on your feet, especially. Like your feet are so important. And yeah, anyway, so what I want to say is that hydration is important, okay? And hydration is also a biohacking method, and we're going to talk about this in a second. But remember to find a balance between eating and drinking. I mean, drinking water is important. It's the most important thing, especially when you're like on a survival mode, okay? And I was on a survival mode because this week it was so crazy. I was doing so many things, but it was also nice, because being busy is a blessing for me. Okay, so I was drinking too much water, and what I want to say is that drink your water. It's very important, like about 2 or 3 liters a day. But my mistake was that I drank water on an empty stomach, and I was drinking too much tea, and too many cups of tea. And because a part of my morning routine is drinking 2 cups of tea. So first tea is my ginger, collagen, cinnamon, lemon juice, and honey tea. I drink it on an empty stomach, which is very healthy, especially collagen, because my skin got so much better because of the collagen. That's actually also biohacking advice from me to you. Even if you're young, like many people say you should drink or take collagen supplements after the age of 27. But for me, I had very bad skin, so it got much better now because of drinking collagen in my tea. You have to really find a balance, like between eating something and drinking water. This is so important. And as I said, my mistake was drinking too much water, and I would never have imagined that I would have a water overdoses. It sounds crazy, I know, but you can have it actually because I experienced it. Okay, so in today's episode, we're going to talk about biohacking and about biohacking routines and advices. So what can we do? First of all, what's biohacking? If that term is new to you, biohacking, Dave Asprey said, the art and science of changing the environment around you and inside you, so you have more control over your own biology. And not just over your own biology, but also of your own body, mind, spirit, and your whole life, okay? So the best biohacks in life are free. Breath work, very important. I must admit that I'm not doing that that often. Like when I go out for a walk or for a run, I do breath work. And I also do mouth taping before bed. Like before going to bed, I do mouth taping. So I breathe with my nose. It looks so bad. I mean, it looks scary sometimes because, when I go to the bathroom sometimes before sleeping and I see the mouth tape over my mouth, it looks scary because it looks like someone put it on your mouth. But it's really nice. It works. Even though I think I'm not a mouth breather, but still I think it works because sometimes when I'm really exhausted, when I'm having a super exhausting day, then I unconsciously, when I sleep, I breathe through my mouth, which is very unhealthy. So breath work is free. Cold exposure is free. Even though you have to differentiate between women and men because we have a different function, like we're completely functioning in a different way. So that's why cold exposure is not really good for women, but good for men. Sometimes, it depends on your cycle. As a woman, you have to track your cycle. So you can do it like in a week. In that week when you're having that higher energy, it depends on your cycle and it depends on your own body. Like you really have to listen to your own body body and intuition. If it's good for you, you can do it. Sometimes I do it because I feel like I need it, like the cold exposure. For example, I do cold showering when I see that I want it or need it, because sometimes I really want it or need it, so then I do it. But usually I try to not do it. But every time when I take a shower and when I'm about to leave the shower, I always put cold water on my feet because it's strengthening your immune system. Okay, meditation, also very important. Also, I must admit I'm not doing that often, but I'm trying to do it as much as possible, as often as possible, especially when I'm traveling, like when I'm sitting in the train or in the car and someone is driving. Then I am enjoying myself, just meditating and thinking positive things, or sometimes just thinking nothing, being aligned with myself and with my higher self. And another thing is time restricted eating, and I can talk so much about this because I usually I started water fasting, and I see that it changed my body and it changed my brain structure actually because you have a mental clarity and you can focus on things better, especially when you're studying or when you're doing some deep work, especially in the morning. I'm not eating after 6 p.m. Sometimes I don't eat. So sometimes I eat once a day, and then I eat only in the afternoon or like around 12 or like 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. because after 12 p.m. I'm not eating anything anymore, because then I give my body and my stomach the chance and the possibility to digest everything and to go to bed with a nice and flat stomach, and also wake up with a nice and flat stomach and belly, okay? Because when you eat food just right before sleeping, you are giving your stomach extra work, okay? Your digestion extra work. So then during your sleep, instead of regeneration, your body needs to digest, and your stomach needs to digest everything that you put into your stomach right before sleep. And so you don't really give your body the chance, or your brain the chance and the possibility to rest, which is very unhealthy, because then when you wake up the next day, you will feel even more exhausted. So that's why I would not recommend to eat something right before sleeping. So the rule says you shouldn't eat something like approximately 2 hours before sleeping. But I usually don't eat anything at all like 6 hours or 7 hours before eating, okay? Sometimes I don't even eat anything at all. Okay, so because I feel like I need it, because I feel like I need to fast. But it always depends on your intuition. Remember, you don't have to listen to me and do the same things just because I say it. But listen to yourself, listen to your body, because sometimes I eat so much junk food, and then I'm like, okay, Rookie, you need to now calm down a bit, you need to chill, and you need to give your stomach some time to rest and to regenerate, to chill a bit. Okay, natural light, very important. Sunlight, okay, sun exposure. Yoga or Pilates. I do Pilates, I love Pilates. And sleep. Sleep is the A and O. As I said, das A und O. In German, we say das A und O. It's the most important thing. It's 100%. Without sleep, you have nothing, okay? The first step in biohacking is just sleep. A very well planned and regenerating sleep, okay? Walking outside and grounding, this is what I like to do. I like to go out for a walk, and especially grounding. Walking barefoot, wow, I love it. And limiting artificial light. It also doesn't cost anything. You just, you just turn off your phone. Yesterday, I turned off my phone at 4 p.m. in the, like in the afternoon, and then I was not touching my phone for the rest of the day because I was like, okay, I felt like I need to chill without my phone, because I'm not that much on my phone, but I just wanted no distraction. So that's why I turned it off, and I was focusing on studying here and reading a book and watching something instead. Okay, it's also artificial light, but it's not a phone, okay? So I have my Love and Gratitude book here, my Holy Love and Gratitude book, which I love so much. Oh my God, I just love this book so much. Love and Gratitude, this is my lifestyle, love and gratitude. And what I don't know when it was, but like a few years ago, I wrote this mind map here. I made this mind map about biohacking, and I don't know if it's in German, but no, it's in English. So I'm gonna tell you. Biohacking routines are, for example, exercising, for the body, nutrition for the body, for your health and for your brain health, also sleep, the most important thing, rewilding, detox is detox is also fasting, like when you're fasting, then you're also detoxing your body at the same time. Or you can take detoxing supplements, because pills and supplements are also biohacking. Currently, I'm using omega-3, vitamin D, collagen, chlorella, and other things I don't really remember, but I use supplements, and I'm a big fan of supplements. Even though now there is a new conspiracy theory about supplements, I don't know if you know. I don't know what to believe actually. I'm still taking it. But I really don't know the rabbit hole behind supplements. So let's see. Meditation, as I said before, hydration, very important, especially water, very important. But as I said, do not drink too much, especially on an empty stomach. Like, try to find a balance between drinking and eating food. And then positive thinking is the most important thing after sleeping, in my opinion, because positive thinking, when you think positive, you shift your whole energy. You're like completely aligned with your higher self, with your consciousness, and you can like improve your energy, your personal aura, your vibe, your frequency, just by thinking in a positive way, because you hear what you think, remember. And regeneration through your sleep, and also genetic testing. This is like on another level of biohacking, but if you're able to do that, then you can do it. And I don't know if you actually heard about Brian Johnson, but Brian Johnson is like the king, the master of biohacking. Seriously, he's like completely in this anti-aging thing and genetic testing, and he's even exchanging his blood with his son to just stay young, and like crazy. He's doing crazy things, and he's taking his supplements and really really paying attention to what he's eating and exercising and stuff like this. He's a crazy guy. If you never heard about him, please Google. It's very, very interesting actually what he's doing. And so coming to my personal biohacking tips, first, what I like to do is like twice a year I do cupping. It's a very old Turkish traditional method to clean your blood and your whole system, and also access bars is something that I did. Access bars is a method where someone is touching certain points on your head to activate some certain things, whatever you like. For example, success in life, or focus, or money, because you have access points on your head, just like the reflexology thing on your feet. Also, I do reflexology on my foot with this golf ball here. I just roll this under my foot. So I do like a little reflexology therapy for my foot. And also I have reflexology tools, which I'm using, for example, for my head, for my neck, or for my hands or feet, whatever. Fasting is my advice. Like, I always fast no matter what. Fasting helps me personally. And then lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage is also very good for like the blood flow in your body, or for example, before getting your period, especially when you're a woman, especially here, these areas, or under armpits, massaging these spots is very important. Also acupuncture. Acupuncture comes from the traditional Chinese medicine, and I'm absolutely a huge fan of traditional Chinese medicine. I like to go to the doctor of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. So she's very nice. She's like helping me with my routines, with my what I can eat, with my food, and just healthy living. And then meditation, red light therapy. sauna and exercising, and also connecting with nature, which I absolutely love because I always go out barefoot and I'm trying to do the grounding. And also before going to sleep, I tape my mouth, okay? And education, of course, is also a form of biohacking because, you know, you have to know what you're eating, you have to be conscious, and yeah, just conscious living is the A and O again. And also putting castor oil in your belly button, okay? That's also something that I like to do. And stretching in the morning, okay? So these are my biohacking advices, the things that I'm doing, and I'm sure that I forgot some certain things because I do so much, I do so many things, and you know, just teas and supplements and morning routines, and even, you know, your morning routine is also a part of your biohacking routine. So pay attention to what you're doing and keep in mind that the little steps count the most, okay? Due to the law of accumulation is one of the most powerful principles for achieving success. It teaches us that success is not the result of one big leap, but rather the cumulative effect of small, consistent actions over time. So when you do little steps over a certain time, you will transform and there will be something big at the end, okay? And it will lead you to success. So remember that every step counts, and always take care of yourself and stay with love and gratitude.